Why Ronaldo will have a bigger impact than Lukaku this season. This video is part 1 and you can find part 2 on Football Factors channel. It will be linked below, which I have written from the opposite perspective to this video, and will make the case for why I think Lukaku could have a bigger impact than Ronaldo this season. In this video I will make the case for Ronaldo, giving 4 main points as to why Ronaldo will have a bigger impact, breaking down both players' goal scoring and creative numbers, and analysing why I think the Champions League will have a big influence on the answer to this debate. For cheap good quality football jerseys, retro jerseys and tracksuits, go over to www.jerseyfifa.com, a link will be left in the description, and use code Atlantis Football for 5% off. Also, at the end of this video I will be giving my overall verdict on who I actually think will have a bigger impact this season, Lukaku or Ronaldo. So my first reason in favour of Ronaldo is that he is a better overall goal scorer than Lukaku, and therefore will have a greater impact. If we look at their goal scoring metrics, we can see this. Last season in Serie A, Ronaldo scored 23 non-penalty goals from a non-penalty XG of 20.4, an overperformance of 2.8 goals over the course of the whole season, whereas Lukaku scored 18 non-penalty goals from a non-penalty XG of 18.1, which is a slight underperformance of 0.1 goals. This shows that both players are very good finishers, finishing the chances that you would expect them to put away, but the real difference in quality, even though both are elite, comes in the form of each player's movement in the box and ability to create chances for themselves. Lukaku is top level when it comes to finding space and creating chances in the box, but Ronaldo is the best in the world at this, with both his goals against Newcastle and his debut great examples. His first goal showcased his predator instincts to anticipate a potential spillage by the keeper and make sure he was in front of the defenders by the time it rebounds into the 6-yard box to score a simple finish. Now, to be fair, this is a goal that we have seen Lukaku score many times, but Ronaldo's second has a combination of skills that we don't see combined too often with Lukaku. Lukaku's goals tend to come either from a first time finish around the 6-yard box, or from him shifting the ball onto his left and blasting the ball into the net after running into space, which usually occurs on the counter-attack, as his goals against Aston Villa showed. Lukaku is excellent at this, but his tight ball control and overall body coordination is not as good as Ronaldo's. Ronaldo first had the intelligence to make the perfect run to open up the pass down the left side of Hayden for Shaw's pass, then having the pace to burst in behind Hayden before having the subtlety that Lukaku often lacks sometimes, dragging the ball onwards into his stride to then release the shot under the keeper. Lukaku doesn't possess the same body coordination or technical elegance of Ronaldo in these situations, which is why we often see him turning backwards to regain control of the ball, but in doing so he gives up the direct opportunity of racing through on goal, whereas Ronaldo's elite technique, intelligence, pace and power allows him to bring the ball under control without breaking his stride, and it's this direct ability to create shooting opportunities. Ronaldo completed 5.2 shots per 90 in Serie A last season, compared to Lukaku's 2.78 per 90, which shows that Ronaldo is much better at getting shots away than Lukaku, which can be the difference in big matches when there isn't many clear-cut chances or space in the box. In these sorts of games, Lukaku may have a frustrating night without chances, whereas even if Ronaldo is out of the game for 80 minutes, his ability to create chances for himself can see him scoring the winner, which ultimately will lead to him having a bigger impact in the games that matter most. The first point does tie into my third reason as well, which I will come on to. My second reason is that Ronaldo will turn Manchester United's draws into wins, and that ultimately will make the most difference in United's season. See, last year both Manchester City and United lost 5 games, however City drew 5 and United drew 6 more with 11, seeing them finish 12 points behind, as Ronaldo did against Newcastle, turning the draw into a win, and I think he is more likely than Lukaku to score the match-winning goal that no other player on the pitch could score, and therefore whilst Lukaku without doubt will win Chelsea games with his goals, I do think that in certain games Chelsea may have already won them with someone like Werner, Giroud or Abraham up front. The best way to judge this would be to compare each player's goals to take their team into the lead, to a draw, to a smaller loss or to extend the lead, and this would give us the best idea of how significant each player's goals are, so that is something to factor into this discussion over the course of the whole season. Before I get into my third reason, remember to download the Avli app and join me on Monday at 7 o'clock for an interactive live stream and you can talk to me in a virtual studio, so make sure you come with some good questions for me to answer, as well as your own opinions as well. Instructions on how to use the Avli app will be linked in the description below. So my third reason ties into my first reason, as I said, and it's that I think Ronaldo is better at scoring against low block defensive units. With Chelsea and United strengthening so much since this time last season, sides are going to be more concerned about keeping the vertical space between the lines and space in behind the back line to a minimum, Therefore, what we are likely to see is sides deciding that instead of pressing these sides high up the pitch, they will instead retreat into their own half, which will mean that Chelsea and United are going to be tasked with scoring against these types of systems, and I think Ronaldo is superior to Lukaku when it comes to scoring in congested areas around the box. In this graphic, as you can see on the screen, over the past 2 seasons in Serie A, Ronaldo has outperformed Lukaku in the goal scoring department with 0.94 goals per 90 compared to Lukaku's 0.72 per 90. You can also see that Ronaldo massively outperforms Lukaku when it comes to shots per 90 and XG, and what this shows is that Ronaldo is much better at creating chances for himself, and this is because of his better ball control, better movement in the box, and his ability in general to shift the ball into the exact place that he needs to release a shot. Whereas Lukaku, whilst he is still an excellent goal scorer, we often do see him unable to manoeuvre the ball quickly to release a shot when in congested positions. Against the low block side, whilst Lukaku may be able to find shooting opportunities he needs in the box, Ronaldo is a master of creating chances for himself, and so I think that this just naturally will make Ronaldo win more games for United with his goals than Lukaku will for Chelsea. Now in the Premier League it's going to be close. If either United or Chelsea win the league, then it will be whoever's side that wins it would have had the bigger impact, and that is assuming that they are their side's key player, which I think we all assume at the moment. But the Champions League could be the place where we see drastic differences in each player's impact. Lukaku has performed well in the Champions League with Inter last season and United from 2017 to 2019, but Ronaldo's Champions League performances and big game performances in general are arguably better than anyone else in world football. Ronaldo scored 4 goals in 6 games last season for Juventus, 4 in 8 games the season before, including 2 goals against Lyon in the round of 16. He hit 6 in 9 in the 2018-2019 season, including a hat-trick in the second leg of a last 16 tie against Atletico Madrid to turn the tie around, and 1 goal in the first and second legs of the quarter-final tie against Ajax. That's an outstanding 14 goals in 25 Champions League games over the past 3 seasons, with a lot of them coming in knockout rounds, where these goals can be the difference between going through and going out. I think both United and Chelsea will get out of their Champions League group, but in those knockout rounds, I think Chelsea, as they have showed last year, are far more equipped to get through those 2-legged ties than United, which means that Lukaku's presence, while still having a major impact, is not going to be to the same level as Ronaldo's will be, and the only way I can see United getting past the quarters is with Ronaldo's brilliance, and therefore if United and Chelsea both go far in the Champions League, I think it will be Ronaldo who will have had the bigger impact. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video and you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Give the video a like, put your thoughts in the comment section below. Also go to the description to check out part 2, which is on Soccer Factor's channel, and in that video I make the argument that Lukaku could have a bigger impact than Ronaldo, and I'll also have other videos linked in the description as well that I think you might enjoy. And if you want to share your thoughts, opinions and ask me questions, tune in for the live stream on Avli at 7 PM on Monday.